as you said that, so you have a little bit knowledge on the Linux. Little bit in the sense.
Yeah, little bit. Yeah, right. Exactly.
You can say little bit, or I can rate it to 3 or 4.
Don't say like that because you can rate it like 2 out of 4 maybe. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So coming to myself, my name is Chandru. I'm having 10 years experience in the administration.
That's
Okay.
awesome. Okay.
So basically I train different flavors like Red Hat Linux, Oracle Solaris, IBM AIX. And apart from this I train Veritas Volume and cluster applications. Okay, Red Hat clusters. This all the training I provide online as well as corporate.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay.
Okay, so fine. This is all my experience, and here I'm not only the trainer. So to be in touch with the real time. So I'm working like a consultant here. I'm having some small companies where I support them.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so this is all my experiences and the information. And okay, fine. So did you gone through the content?
Oh yeah, I just went to the content and I just found that like it's like somewhat similar to RHC, Red Hat certification, like RHC, right?
RFCA.
RHCA, yeah, right. RHC. Yeah, so I was also like planning to like take that certification actually, RHCA and RHCA actually. And yeah, so for this purpose, like I'm like taking this course actually.
Fine, great. So let me give you the information.
Okay, sure.
Basically, you said that you know something about Red Hat Linux.
Right,
okay.
right.
So I'll just give you an overview information about the Linux.
Sure.
Okay. So basically, you know that there is no Linux operating system when you go 20 years back. Okay. The Linux operating system came from Unix.
Right.
Right. So who brought this Unix to Linux?
Linux.
Linux Torvald.
Right.
So what he was doing, when he was doing his graduation somewhere in 1990s, like that, he was doing his graduation, so he has to do the project. And at the time, we used to have only Unix operating system. And that too all commercial. Okay. So he find something, what a Min Unix operating system, which is a Unix flavor, which is free of cost, it's open source. He have done the project on the regular Min Unix, and he got lot of thoughts and ideas on that. What is that? Because Min Unix right now it is open source at the time. Okay, fine, he did his project, but he found lot of limitations there. Okay, so he was having his own ideas, his own opinions on developing the operating. So what he have done is, okay, he have taken the source of Min Unix because Min Unix was open source. And he started developing the operating system. He named it as his name only. It was called Linus only previously. Later on it got renamed as Linux. Understand? So when he developed this Linus operating system, he got another brilliant idea. What is that? Like him, there are thousands of lakhs of people in the world, right? Yes or no? So what he thought is, okay, whatever the Linux operating system he developed, he kept into the internet at the university level and invited the people. Okay. So whoever they have a knowledge of developing the operating system, they can download it, they can start it. The source should not be changed. Source should not be changed, and on the top of the source, the application layer should be changed.
What does that mean actually? What does that mean actually? The source should not change means what does that mean? Can you tell me that?
Source should not be changed means whatever the source he have developed, okay, that is Linux. Okay, getting it? So it should be Linux only. Understand? On the top of that application, look will be there, right? For example, Windows XP, Windows 7, Windows 8. The look is changed.
Right.
The way it works changed. The features it provides are changed.
No.
Yes or no? Yes, but the base end is Windows only. Understand?
Yeah, I got it.
So what they did is they have taken these sources and they downloaded it and they started developing it. That's the reason you find more number of Linux flavors in the market.
Right.
Okay, like you have a CentOS, Ubuntu, Fedora,
Right.
Manda,
Yeah.
so many flavors of Linux operating system. Clear? Understand? So, but when it comes to these many flavors of Linux we have, then what is the difference between Red Hat and this other flavors of Linux? Why people are going for Red Hat only? Why not for CentOS? Why not for Ubuntu?
Yeah,
Why
that's
not
a big,
GCC? Right?
right.
So
Right.
basically you have to understand one thing. In Linux there are two types of operating system. One is open source, another one is closed source.
Okay.
So Red Hat Linux is closed source. It's a commercial operating system. We have to buy it. We have to take a support from them.
Okay.
Okay. And apart from Red Hat Linux, the other flavors of Linux are open source.
Okay.
They are free of cost. You can download it and you can start using it.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Right.
Okay. But why we have to go for Red Hat Linux? If they are providing free of cost, right, we can use it, right, in the production. We can save a lot of money to our project and company, right? Yes or no? So, but
Yeah,
what is the
exactly.
problem here is, because when you are using the open source operating system in the production environment, okay, suddenly if you face any problem, you require a support.
Okay.
Require support.
Right.
Okay, so when you require support, what you have to do? You have to contact the technical people. Okay, but open source doesn't have a technical team. It has something called forums. You know
Okay.
forums?
Right. Right. I have like a lot of look for forums.
Yeah, you have to be in a forum and you have to update this error into the forum. If
Yeah.
somebody already faced this problem, they will provide you a solution.
Exactly. Right.
So if they doesn't if somebody didn't find this, this kind of error, they didn't got it. Okay, so basically you have to wait till somebody work on that, somebody provides you a solution, or if you have a knowledge, you are going to provide a solution.
Right.
But in the production environment, will the client will wait for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week, 10 days? No, right?
No.
You want immediate solution, because in the production box, if anything goes wrong, the business impact is going to happen, business loss it is going to happen.
Okay.
So because of this reason, what we have to do? Basically, we are not using these open source operating systems, we are using Red Hat. Because Red Hat is having a technical team, they work 24/7. They provide solutions for various problems of various environments. It may be any kind of application.
Yeah.
It may be any kind of tool. It may be any kind of problem. Red Hat is ready to provide you the solution.
Okay. Makes sense.
So that is the reason the people are using Red Hat.
Okay.
Red Hat is having one trademark. Red Hat is having some certifications. Okay. So this, because of this reason, Red Hat is majorly used in the environment.
Yeah.
You got a clear picture about
Exactly.
why we
Yeah.
are using it.
Exactly.
This
Yeah.
is all about the information about why we use Red Hat.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Sure.
see, I will tell you, is this Red Hat is used from how many years? Of course, from last 10, 15 years, Red Hat has been used. Okay. But why now it is used more in the market, more in the environments? Yes or no?
Yeah.
See, basically I am a Linux guy because I train all the three flavors of Unix and Linux. Okay. So I learned Linux first. When I joined any company, the Linux guys used to get very less pay. Then I switched to the Solaris or AIX.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understand? But right now, the Red Hat guys are getting more pay.
Right.
Why Red Hat operating system having that much demand? Why the people are using Red Hat more in the market? Okay, why means there is some reasons here.
Okay.
So what are the reasons is? First of all, 4 years or 5 years back, there is one small magic happened, a turning point we can say for Red Hat. You know what is that turning point? Previously people used to use only Solaris or AIX operating system, and Solaris and AIX is a proprietary operating system.
What operating system?
Proprietary. Proprietary means they only install on the hardware they provided by the vendor.
Okay. Okay. Makes sense.
Okay. Red Hat is not like that. Red Hat can be installed anywhere.
Anyway, right.
Right? So it is a proprietary hardware. So when you are going for proprietary hardware, everything is fine. I'm talking about Solaris. When I'm talking about Sun Solaris, right now it is called Oracle Solaris. So the Sun was undertaken by the Oracle. Okay. That means the Sun was going into a losses, so they plan to sell it out. Okay. So Oracle was ready to buy it. They bought it. Okay. So what Oracle did, Oracle is a very commercial company. Okay, so when I talk about commercial, what they did, they made everything commercial. Okay, before Sun was undertaken by Oracle, there was lot of software they used to provide free of cost.
Okay.
But even that software is also made totally commercial. So the clients, whoever they are using the Solaris in small projects or big projects or whatever the project they are using, so they are not able to bear this cost. So immediately they thought of seeking one solution. And when they just looked, there was ultimate solution was Red Hat Linux. Then they started using Red Hat. And even Red Hat has taken it as a challenge, and they have developed the operating system very vastly. Okay, they provide such a kind of technology. Okay, so you can't compare it. So many features, so many advantages, benefits. Because of this reason, Red Hat is used more in this market nowadays.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Right? And okay, fine. The people know that even Red Hat, they are using it. They have a small fear in their mind. What is that? Okay, are we going with a consistent operating system? Still they have no. Why? Okay, because security is very, very important. Because Red Hat is installed on any hardware. There is no security at the hardware level. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes or no? If it is proprietary, there is security. No one knows that. Proprietary means only I know that.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, so still they have a fear. But keeping all things in the mind, the commercial things, they are still using Red Hat Linux. They are turning into Red Hat Linux. And I will tell you, whatever the investment you make for one license for Solaris, with this one license you can go for 10 licenses for Red Hat.
Okay.
That is the ratio what we are going to find when it comes to Unix and Linux.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, because of these reasons they really see, not only cost, there are so many advantages. Hardware, first of the advantage. What is hardware? Red Hat Linux can be installed anywhere in any hardware.
Okay.
It may be Intel box, it may be AMD box, it may be Dell box, it may be HP box, it may be IBM box, it may be a Sun box, anywhere it can be installed. Even Red Hat supports in virtualization, even cloud also uses. Okay, in future you are going to see a mobile software also like Linux. Like you have Windows OS, iOS, right? Like this, maybe in future we can't say Linux also may come about with that kind of softwares.
Got it. Yeah, got it.
So Linux is growing like anything. So we can't say within one or 2 years, maybe everywhere you see Linux. The ratio how it will become, 8 years back or 5 years back, we used to have 70% of Unix and 30% of Linux. Now this is going to happen reverse now. Now what happens? 70 to 80% of Linux it is going to become now, and 20 to 30% it will become Unix.
Okay.
So that's the reason there are huge requirements for Linux.
Okay.
Understand? This is the big point.
Yeah, got it.
So fine. This is all about the introduction, like how Linux is different.
Yeah.
Okay. And Linux is the only one software after the Windows. It supports all the open source tools that are available in internet. In Windows we will use any software, we will download and we will try to use it. Right? Like this, Linux also can be used. So advantage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Open source means what? There is no cost. We can use free. Right? That's the reason. So for example, if you are using in Windows Acrobat Reader, basically Acrobat Reader we have to buy a license. Okay. If I use Foxit, then not required. There are so many other PDF writers we have. For that it is open source. No need to use even a single rupee to buy that. Okay. So this is all about how the Red Hat Linux is.
Got it. Yeah.
So fine. So any doubts here?
Yeah, it's clear. Yeah. Thank you.
What? we have discussed the introduction to Linux, and let me give you the information like how our training goes.
Okay, sure.
Huh?
Sure.
So basically you have gone to the content. I'm going to give you some overview information how the content, how the training will go on.
Okay, please.
So as you said, you know something about the Linux, so we are going to, so you are aware of how to edit a file, FAP, all these things, right?
Yeah, I know that. I'm using like cat command and like DOS and
Good, good. So what we do here is basically on the first day when we start the training, we will discuss introduction to Linux.
Okay.
So introduction means we will not discuss history. History you have to read. Understand? I will just give you what are the versions, when it released. Okay, we are discussing about Red Hat 6.0. Okay, what are the features that 6.0 is going to provide us?
Okay.
Understand? Okay, what is the technical limitation for 6.0? Okay, what are the file systems that are provided by 6.0? So we are going to see all the features that are provided by 6.0. Understand? All the features that are provided by the 6.0. Okay, so introduction to Linux, and afterwards we will discuss the installation. Installation of Linux. So what we discuss in installation, if I am having a server, how do we install operating system? What are the steps you are going to involve? Right? If I have a remote server, if I am not sitting in the front of the server, if I want to install operating system on that, how do we install?
Kickstart or something.
Yeah. How do we install operating system on hundreds of servers at a time? This is all things we will discuss. Of course, Kickstart we will discuss at the end of the training.
Okay.
Okay, why? Because Kickstart is nothing but a combination of 5 to 6 servers.
Yeah, I think it needs like DHCP and like FTP, right?
Yes. That's the reason, until unless we doesn't know that, we will not be able to understand Kickstart. That's the reason we will discuss later. Okay.
Sure.
So once we go with installation of Linux, then we will go for something called device naming convention. So what is this device naming convention? In Linux, how a device is named, how it is detected, all these things we will discuss.
Can you give one example of this, like third point? Device.
For example, how is your Ethernet card is named?
Oh, like MAC address, like MAC address and something like that.
So how a tape drive is named inside the operating system, how a disk is named inside the operating system, because we never use disk with a physical name, we will use a logical name.
Okay.
What are the logical names? If somebody asks you to find out whether how many CPUs are there, what command you will use? If somebody asks you to check on your CPU whether VT technology, that is called virtualization technology, is enabled or not, how do we check that flags? All the
Oh, got it. Yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
Okay, right. Now, once we complete with device naming convention, we will discuss something disk partition.
Yeah.
So how do we partition a disk? How many partitions we can configure? And we will discuss introduction to file system. Introduction to file system. Okay. So how we are, what is file system? How many types of file system that Linux supports? Okay. How do we create a partition? How do we create a file system? How do we mount it? How to make it permanent? How do we troubleshoot? Everything we will discuss here. Okay. Once the file system is completed, then we will get into the user administration.
Okay.
Okay. So let me user administration. So in user administration, we will create users, groups, password policies, everything we will. Okay. I think then user administration is done, then we will go with boot process. So in booting process, we will discuss how your operating system gets booted. Okay. What is run level? Okay. And what is service and how it is going to work.
Run levels, okay.
Yeah.
I think there are seven run level, right?
Yes. Then after this, we will discuss something about RPM and YUM.
package management.
Yes. We are going to discuss RPM and we are going to discuss APM. And then we will discuss about swap management. Clear? Then after this we will get into the networking concept. Okay. So here we will discuss about basic network. What is switch, what is hub, what is NIC, what is router, what is the protocols, what is topology. Okay, all these things we will discuss. Then afterwards we will, yes.
UDP protocol.
Yes, yes. So we will not get in depth of the protocols. I will just give you why we use TCP and why we are not using UDP. Rest of the things you have to read. Okay? Then after this we will discuss what is IP address. Okay, how do we assign IP address to my system? How do we assign host name? How do we make it permanent? What is routing? What is aliasing? Okay? How do we see the network statistics? Okay? And then after we will see how do we configure telnet, how do we configure FTP, how do we configure SSH with password authentication, all this things. So once we complete SSH, telnet, FTP and SSH, telnet, FTP and SSH.
Secure.
Yes, once we complete we will get into the NFS, network file system, and we will discuss RTOFS. NFS means how do we share the data between the machines, Linux to Linux.
Network file system.
Yes, yes. NIS is nothing but network information service. Using this we will see how do we centralize the user's information. That is nothing but it is something like Active Directory concept.
LDAP and Active Directory, right? LDAP.
It is not LDAP, it is NIS. LDAP we will not discuss. No, LDAP is not. So once the NIS is done, then what we will do, we will go with DNS. We will go with Samba. DNS and Apache. Domain naming service used to resolve host name, type address, and IP address to host name. And Apache is the web server.
Okay, sure.
So we will discuss how do we configure web server, all these things. Then we will discuss something about Samba. Samba is an application server. NFS is used to share the data between Linux to Linux, but not with the Windows. With Samba we can do that. Okay. Then afterwards we will configure SPIT, proxy server. Proxy server.
Oh, not proxy. Proxy, right.
Proxy. It is something that acts like a proxy server. We are going to configure proxy server to control your internet access. Then once the proxy is completed, then we will go for job automation.
Front end, something like that?
Yes, job automation. Once the job automation is done, then we will go with backups. Once we complete the backups, then we will go with, okay, once the backup is completed, we will go with storage tech. That is called storage technologies. What is storage technologies? Before we start LVM, we have to discuss about storage. What type of storages are used in real-time environment? What is RAID? What is the difference between hardware RAID and software? All this things.
Okay.
Then once we complete the storage tech, we will go with LVM, Logical Volume Manager.
Okay.
And once the Logical Volume Manager is completed, we will go with RAID.
Okay.
Once we complete the RAID, then we will go with Start.
Kickstart, okay.
Okay, in the Kickstart only DHCP will be covered, don't need to worry. Okay, and once the once the Kickstart is is done, then we will go for process control. And we have security.
Linux,
Securities. And apart from this, we have IP tables, firewalls, and TCP remix. No, IP tables is not TCP wrappers. IP tables is nothing but a firewall. Okay. And SC Linux is nothing but secure enhanced Linux.
Boolean, they use different boolean.
Yeah, policies. Okay, policy booleans will be there. We have to see how to edit that policy booleans, how do we provide things, all that. So this is all about Linux administration.
Okay, got it.
Okay. And you have to understand one thing, once we start networking, IP tables and SC Linux will be continuously, it will be there with all the network services.
Yeah.
Okay. So any doubts here, you can ask.
Do you also teach like Puppet?
No.
can we add Puppet on this course?
No, I will not teach because I'm not aware of. I know how the puppet works, but I cannot train.
Okay, sure, no problem.
Training, it is not like that. I just show you overview. Training should be a little bit in depth. You should be able to do the thing.
Exactly,
So if I'm not able to provide you in depth, that's waste. Even if I say I know also, it is waste.
It makes sense.
I know scripting. See, for example, I know scripting, but I can't teach scripting.
Yeah, don't we have like this, like some example of like basic script? Like can't we give
That's
some?
what.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling you. I know basic scripting.
Uh-huh.
Okay. But I can't teach you scripting. I can't explain you what is that for loop, all these things. I can give you examples on that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
So that's the reason I will not say that I will teach scripting. So whatever I am confident, I am having 100% this is a thing can be done. I can give maximum level, that only I will give.
That makes sense. Totally sense. Right.
Because you know whatever the trainings I provide in-depth training. It may be a Linux, or it may be a Solaris, or it may be AIX, or it may be Veritas Volume Cluster. You know, there are so many people learning Veritas Volume Cluster who are working on Linux right now.
Right, yeah.
Because when it comes to Linux, we have LVM, but LVM is not that much consistent. We can't do all online operations there. We have to take always downtime if you want to do any maintenance there.
Right.
That's the reason they are using Veritas. Veritas, when they use Veritas Volume Manager, they don't require even a single second downtime.
Like, do you cover Veritas here? No?
No, it's a separate training.
Okay.
Separate training. So when it comes to cluster, Red Hat clusters is having lot of drawbacks. So that is the reason. Some people are using it, but they are facing lot of problems in the production environment. Immediately they are switching from Red Hat Linux to Veritas clusters.
Okay.
So it is happening right now. So many people. I'm having 4 batches where I am training Veritas Volume Cluster only.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah.
So actually Veritas Volume Manager cluster is a heterogeneous tool. It works with any operating system.
I have one question actually. Like I think it's not like relevant. Can I practice Veritas on my own, like on my own server?
You can practice it.
Okay.
You can practice.
Okay, like can I download like different like packages and different software, and can I like learn myself?
You can launch it, but you should have lot of information about it. The terminology is very high there.
Okay.
Until unless you will not know, if somebody train you, or ultimately, if it no training, if you are working also you can learn it, but you are yourself you can't go.
Yeah.
Very high end training.
Yeah.
You know the people who go for like L3, L4, that is nothing but project team leader, project manager level, they will be getting 7 years, 8 years experience, they will ask Veritas. Of course, nowadays they are 3, 4 years also they are asking, but it is an entry level of Veritas.
Okay. Yeah.
They will ask Veritas, but there are so many levels in Veritas also.
Okay.
Like administrator will be placed in 3 levels, L1, L2, L3, L4.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Okay, like this. L1, L2 is nothing but very small level, very starting level. Like this. So any doubts here?
Yeah, it's good
Any
actually.
questions? So this is all about the training, how it goes on.
Okay.
Basically we have planned it for 40 hours, that depends on you and me. I will tell you. Because you said that you know already Linux little bit. So sometimes when I am training it, you will understand. So instead of going the session for 1.5 hours, it may complete in 1 hour only.
Exactly. Right.
Because if you don't have a doubt, I will not drag it. Again, I will not raise any doubts on that.
Yeah.
If you have a clear picture on one concept, why to raise again doubt?
Yeah, right.
If any importance is there, I will tell you. Okay. But I will not give you any examples like all stories before we start the concept.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can't say that I'm giving you 40 hours training, this has been planned for a fresher. But if an experienced person comes, it may complete in 30 hours or 35 hours.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Because we always train the people by keeping them as a basic level only.
Okay.
Because most of the times I get freshers. Freshers in a sense, I will not say them as a fresher because they will come from different flavors. For example, they will switch from Windows, Java, testing, some other monitoring tools. Somebody comes from scripting also.
Okay.
So like this, when the people comes to me, then I have to start from basics.
Yeah.
Okay, this is. Any doubts here?
Yeah, it's good.
have any more doubts, you can ask me anything.
Sure.
And you are using VMware, right? You are practicing on your laptop or?
Yeah, I practice with like VirtualBox.
VirtualBox, okay.
VirtualBox.
Same thing. So no need to explain you because already you are on the track.
Yeah.
So it's okay. If somebody are on the platform, it is very tough for me to get into the track.
Yeah.
Okay, but you are already on the track, then it is not a problem.
Okay.
I can just pull you on.
Yeah.
This way. So, anything else?
Yeah, it's good actually. Yeah, it's good.
So when do you want to start? What is the timings?
Timing would be like from around like the same time we started today. We can start from like maybe tomorrow.
Okay, fine. Update us by me.
Yeah, sure.
Update
And I have one question actually. Can we start this training from like this Telnet, FTP and SSH? Directly from this Telnet, FTP and SSH? What do you say? Because I think I know. Yeah, please.
You know how to configure YAM?
Yeah, I know how to configure YAM. Yeah. Go to
Server
that.
and client. Server and client.
Yeah, I have done that. Yeah.
And you know about the booting process?
Booting process, not that much. Single user mode, like something like that. But I think I need to go about this. Yeah. Booting process.
So what about file system?
Yeah, file system I know how to like make partitions, some LVM and like.
So how many partitions we can create in one disk?
In one disk, four I think.
Really?
What?
Really, I'm asking you. Only 4?
In one disk, right?
I'm having 1 TB disk. How many partitions I can create?
Oh, I cannot say that.
Then, what is the naming convention for a tape? If somebody asks you to list the processors, can you list it?
No, I cannot do that. I cannot do that. Yeah. Okay.
You know, so whatever you are learning, see, you are building, you are learning for your future. Okay. Whatever you are learning, even you know something, but you know, you are seeing that you have learned something from here and there, but it is not perfect. Okay.
Right.
If you want, I can train anywhere. I can start from last also, kickstart also. There is no problem for me because I daily train it. It's not a problem for me. I can start anywhere. But you have to look your side also.
Okay, sure. That makes total sense. Right.
Okay, if somebody asks you to change the partition ID, can you change it?
Partition ID?
No,
I haven't got anything.
There are so many internal things in there in the concept. Whatever you have done, you have just gone to the first layer.
Yeah.
But you have to go to second, third layer, then only you'll know the concept. That's what that is called in-depth.
Exactly.
If you want to really train me, whatever the surface layer of Linux, it is not more than 1 week to 10 days.
Yeah.
Okay, if I want to train file system, previously we used to train file system when I started online training only for 1 hour. Right now, if I am training for 3 days, you have to understand how long it is, how lengthy concept it is.
Okay.
LVM I used to train for 1 hour, but right now I am training for 3 to 4 hours. You have to understand how much lengthy it is. Because right now, if you know that much length, subject only, you are in the market, you are in the project.
Right.
Okay, and this, if you're not doing that much depth concepts, really you cannot go. You will have a lot of fear inside you when you get into any project.
Right.
You will not at all feel comfort. I will tell you, if I ask some real-time employees to change the permission of a file, they will think 10 times. Because they have not done any time permission changing practically. They have just read it. I know, that's it. That's the reason. Okay. That's what. If I ask, I'll get a student.
I agree with you. We should like start from the beginning, right? Yeah.
Give me 1 minute. Be online. 1 minute.
Sure.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are all the things will come into the picture.
Okay, sure.
So this is the things. Understand? So you have to decide that and update me. So from where you want to start.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you were correct actually. Yeah, we should start from the beginning actually. Yeah, you were correct. You were correct. Right.
Okay. So that's the thing. So you update us like by mail to the Mr. Subhash. I think he's online. So you update him.
Okay.
So then.
Okay, sure.
So any more doubts? I'm unsharing the screen.
Yeah, I can see your screen actually.
I've unshared it. Okay.
You answered. Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So if you have any doubts, you can tell me.
And what about like the course like amount that I need to pay?
That you have to contact with my consultant.
Okay, sure. Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
So any more things?
Yeah, it's totally fine. We can like start from tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. Great. Tomorrow at same time.
Okay, sure.
Same time, right?
Same time, right?
That's it? So that's it. All your doubts got clear.
Yeah. So what I need to like be prepared for tomorrow actually?
Nothing to worry. You just come online. I will tell you all the things.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
Okay? So don't need to worry about the things. When you come tomorrow, once we start tomorrow's session, because tomorrow we will have only theory session.
Okay, sure.
We will be just discussing about introduction. We will be just discussing about what is Red Hat Linux, what is the features it is going to provide. All these things we will discuss.
Okay, sure.
So tomorrow everything will be theory, because already you said that you have installed Red Hat Linux on Oracle VirtualBox, right?
Yeah.
So no need to worry about it. If you have not done that, so which flavor, which version you are using?
I'm
Red Hat Linux
6.3.
6.3. You just go with 6.5.
Okay.
Okay, 6.3 also not a problem, but if you go with 6.5, you know, it is 6.5 is almost similar to 7.0.
Okay.
It's a plus point.
Okay.
That's the reason. So that's the reason, because when the 7.0 got released, at the same time only 6.5 also released.
Oh, okay.
So the technically Red Hat will say that whatever the features you are going to see in 6.5, almost similar features you will see in 7.0. So that if you work with 6.5, then it is 100% that you will also know something about 7.0.
Okay. Okay.
So always you should go with the updated version, because we can't say that even 1 or 2 commands also that is advantage for you.
Right.
1 or 2 information are advantage.
Right.
So that's the thing. Yeah? So this is the thing. So that's it, right? We can start here. We can
Yeah, sure. Yeah. We're gonna
meet
meet
tomorrow.
tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
All right.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.